Hi there, it's Laura with the Pain Cure Clinic, where we teach people how to cure chronic pain and start living productive, happy lives again. And check out our new video masterclass, a comprehensive roadmap to becoming pain-free at paincureclinic.us. In this episode, I'll talk about a change in your perspective that's critical to healing chronic pain and 3 tips for getting into the right headspace. I'm talking about being willing to go against the grain, moving away from ineffective medical treatments, even if your neighbor swears by her weekly visits to the chiropractor, and even if your brother-in-law is an orthopedic surgeon. According to Dr. Sarno and his tension myositis syndrome diagnosis, your chronic pain is absolutely real. But the pain is triggered by stress and other negative emotions, not from a structural problem or a disease. However, even with a strong belief, the mind-body path to recovery is often a lonely road. Why? Because we're pushing against a powerful, firmly entrenched, very lucrative medical industry. On top of the medical industry barrier, 90 to 95% of your family, friends, neighbors, and coworkers likely don't buy into the mind-body thing. And some of them will try to lure you back into traditional treatment, as in, just try one more epidural shot, even though the first 3 didn't make a dent in your pain. They mean well and want us to get better, but only by way of a medical approach that hasn't worked and never will. So here are a few tidbits to help you stay strong against resistance. We used to think that the earth was flat. Many people kept believing that they would sail off the side of the world for years after scientists proved otherwise, to the point of creating organizations known as flat earth societies. Some of these groups still exist today, though we certainly hope only as a joke. Along the same lines, other people doubted that we actually landed on the moon, despite overwhelming evidence to the contrary. And at one time, bloodletting was commonly accepted and practiced. Ouch. Someday, we'll look back on TMS and say, remember when we thought chronic pain was caused by structural problems or a disease process? How barbaric that we put people through ineffective shots, surgery, and prescribe dangerous, addictive drugs. We hope that we live to see a significant mainstream shift in the right direction. But even if we don't, the small but mighty TMS community, that's all of you, are paving the way for this shift to eventually happen. Yes, we're swimming upstream, but we're also moving away from bogus medical diagnoses and treatment. So the first tip for getting in the right frame of mind to heal is, don't wait on approval from anyone. You know from your own experience that your chronic pain is not a medical problem. It jumps around, it comes and goes, and strong medications barely take the edge off. It just doesn't make sense to keep banging your head against the same brick wall. Make the courageous choice to cure your pain now using the strong mind-body connection that absolutely exists. Tip number 2 is to work on getting comfortable separating from the herd and being in the 5 to 10% who follow a mind-body solution to curing chronic pain and actually get better. This takes discipline and practice, but the payoff of being pain-free is priceless. And tip number 3, shore up against the negative Nellies. The reality is that some of your family and friends are suffering from chronic pain and other TMS conditions themselves, but they can't or won't admit this. When clients ask, how do I get my partner, my neighbor, or my mother to believe in TMS? We say, you really can't. They have to be ready. The best thing you can do is to get better yourself and serve as living proof that TMS is real and can be overcome. And sad but true, sometimes even watching you overcome your pain won't be enough to convince others. So don't let naysayers drag you down, no matter who they are. Stay on your path to healing. And once you get used to it, it's pretty cool to walk your own path, to blaze a trail that others can follow in their own time. And being pain-free is so worth not fitting in. Some of us have to heal first. Why not you? That's a wrap for this week. If you liked what you heard, please hit the subscribe button. Also check out all of our coaching options at paincureclinic.us. There's a link below. And thanks for spending some time with us.